Well, the least developed countries actually have a very interesting proposal on the table here in Copenhagen, which is called the International Air Passenger Adaptation Levy, IAPAL. Now, this proposes to impose an adaptation levy, a very small levy in the order of $5 to $10 on every international passenger who travels, whether they travel from Washington to London or from Bangladesh to China. Doesn't matter where they are. Even the least developed countries will pay. Every passenger pays. This money is collected by the airlines and is put into an adaptation fund to support adaptation in the less developed countries. Now, depending on what the levy charge would be and how much travel there is, it would raise in the order of $10 to $15 billion a year. That's their proposal. Now, in terms of the common but differentiated responsibilities principle, it's a very interesting, if you like, reformulation in a different manner, because the entire formulation of CBDR in the UNFCCC is premised on countries. There are countries that are responsible and countries that aren't. But global warming and climate change is as much personal and human activities as it is countries. So an individual rich person from Bangladesh, like myself, relatively rich, I have a carbon footprint at the level of a relatively middle-order, high-income country. So why shouldn't I be held responsible? So what the International Air Passenger Adaptation Levy does is it applies the principle of polluter pays, because air travel is a polluting activity, applies the principle of responsibility, because every international air passenger, even if he comes from a poor country, the guy traveling internationally is not the poorest person in that country and can pay. They have the ability to pay. $5 on a $1,000 ticket is not going to hurt anybody, all right? So they have the ability to pay. They have the responsibility to pay. So we can apply the principle of common but differentiated responsibility on individuals on the planet. And this is a very interesting new take, if you like, on the CBDR principle that moves from countries to individuals.